What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of American Truck Simulator Home Daily. Yes, thank you. I always love clapping. I appreciate it. So what's been going on? I know it's been a minute since it's been uploaded, but which I'm hoping they went with the title I said. The good weeks. To my surprise, if you don't know, I'm still with Gallon, but they started a new division. So there's a new division they're doing, like more gas tank stuff like that. But that's nothing to do with what's happening as far as the title, which is the good weeks, which is I had planned to come to Gallon, be local a little bit, It didn't happen. But to my surprise, I did not realize this would be a power lease, because the week before this, I was off all week long. And the week before that, I think I ran. And then the week before that one, I was off again. And it's just because a power lease means you bring in a lot of money, but you're not home, really. And if I can, let me try and show you something real quick. Okay, so this was my financials for not last week, but the week before that, which is why I was able to take off last week. You see, I delivered on, was it Monday? Yeah, and it's 64,000. No, actually, no, I think, is that Tuesday or Monday? No, that's Tuesday, sorry. So I delivered that Tuesday for 64,000. I mean, that's an awesome thing to begin with right there, because for Gallon, I only need my weekly minimum, if you look up top at the right, 100,000. So that means I only need another 40 to get the minimum. Actually over a little bit, but let's just round it up to 40. Okay, cool. So that Thursday I delivered, and it was for 88, and that was just fuel. I hadn't even started the gas tank yet, like this one. Well, you can't see it at the moment, but I hadn't started that yet. And then what really helped me out, that Friday I got a load delivered for Sunday that was 100,000. As you can see on the thing, 102 or whatever. I'm just being general about it. So 100,000. So long story short, my weekly minimum for Gallon is 100,000. I brought in 200,000, 278 to be exact, which is awesome. And I'm still laughing because it just is. I didn't plan that. So, and if you look down below, my fuel, my expenses, all that, and my rollover for last week is why I could take off, because I only need 100,000. So that 278,000, I just used 100 from that for last week. And this week's starting, it hasn't even started. It's Sunday. I'm getting going. I still have 78,000 from that. So with that, with this load, let me get inside here. I'm talking a little too much. Let me start it up too. I haven't even started up. There we go. But no, with this load, I think it pays 45. So this load alone will put me over my minimum for this week. And that is awesome. I did not plan that. That was not something I planned when I leased back on with Gallon for this little bit of time. But I did not realize it would be a power lease, And I guess that's because it's getting to be the end of the year, so stuff's starting to come up for certain commodities. Yeah, I'll show you this too. Cargo market. I'm just giving an idea what the gas tank division does. Look at this. Pay per mile. All of them are in the 3 digits, baby. Which I'm glad they started this division for Gallon. That is nice. All of them, even the lowest one you can get right now, is still in the 3 digits. That is awesome. And of course, then miles and everything else count. But still, I did not plan that. I just see what it is when you take off for so long, you gotta turn in your trailer. So then you gotta say, hey, I'm ready to run. They give you an empty trailer. This is my first time with a gas tank with them at all. Actually, I've never done a gas tank before at all. But the first time with Gallon a gas tank since they started doing division. And their pay per mile for this is just so nice and everything. I know I sound a little hyped up, but it's just interesting because I really did not plan to be doing this kind of taking off every other couple of weeks because of this high-paying power lease that I'm with right now. Makes me wonder if I'm going to still do what I had planned and go to Bellflower in a couple of weeks, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But Bottom line is, I know there's a lot of money talk right now, but that means legit, after the day, I don't have to run. Like, I met my minimum, I'll be good. And even whatever I get coming back, I'll be good. So, yeah, this is a great start to a week, another good week. That's why I really hope they use this for the title of the good weeks. So, let's see where we're at. Is it warmed up? And let's see. I'll keep that. There's my oil temperature. You're getting there. Oh, yeah, she's coming out. Okay, so it's a little warmed up now. I think I said it in another video. I like to get my water up a little bit in temperature. So let's get rolling here. I'm going to show you the map real quick. And I'm doing this video for another reason too. Because somebody asked me, when was it? I think like last week or something like that. How long it takes to get from like LA to Phoenix. Because I think we were just talking about something. Anyway, I was like, oh, dude, depending on how you go, it only takes like 7-8 hours. They're like, that's long. I'm like, not really. It really isn't. I mean, yeah, you stop, get fuel, stuff like that. I could change it in traffic and stuff. But 7-8 hours, that's not long if you a driver like me and you get in the flow and get moving. Like, it will pass quickly. So that's what the plan is for me today, to show, if that driver was watching this video, how you can go from LA to Phoenix and it won't even take, in real time, an hour. So, yeah. And just showing you the route. It's an easy route, down 10. And get out of that. Like I said, I'm already loaded, so we're good to go on that. So, let's see. I don't know how long I've been talking, but if you take away that time, we're going to get rolling. You will see it is not going to take no long time to get over to Phoenix. In reality, yes, game time, yes, but in reality, not really. Not if you're a driver like me. Release the brake. Let me check, make sure I did all this paperwork. Yeah, I got that. Let me see. Sorry, just making sure I do everything before I get rolling. Yep, we're good. Alright, cool. Alright, let's roll. Get in first, do a tug test. Let's roll. I don't like running on Sundays usually, but I just happened to look at the load board early this morning, like around 5, and saw we had this one available because I already had the empty trailer. But saw it was available, and I was like, well, you know what, this works too well with my rollover from what I said earlier. So I said, let me jump on it. I don't like doing it on Sundays, but sometimes you do what you gotta do, and everybody knows that. Traffic is gonna be, I'll be nice. It's not gonna be fun, I can tell that from here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we're good on that. Alright. Let's see, can we be decent? Are they gonna let me swing a little more? Yes, okay. Whew, not bad. Not bad. Like I said, now it's just getting through traffic. See, this is when it can be like, it seems like it takes longer, but once you get past through stuff like this and get on highways, it's not that bad. It's usually back roads. If you take back roads to stuff, it can mess you up a little bit. Slow you down a little bit, make it seem longer. But again, look, time is 11:30. We'll get down there most likely. Do I need fuel? Nope. So we'll get down there most likely by 8. And in reality, like I said, you saw when we left in the video. So you'll see how long that took. Because once we get down to Phoenix, I'm going to just stop the video. I'll see what I'm doing from there. But you'll see how it does not actually take that long. This traffic is killing me right now. But like I said, when we pulled out, I saw that was going to be a fun issue. But since we rolling here and I'm going to just record all the way down to Phoenix, let's talk about why I'm still in the Western Star here. Because I was in the Copper Beast. I love the Copper Beast. It's so nice. It is so nice. So why am I still in the Western Star? Because actually the Copper Beast was ready. I think I got it that. Let's see, I switched that Friday. I went out that Monday. I think it was ready that Thursday. I'm not even gonna tell you what week it was. But the point is, it was ready within like a week. Okay, cool. So I could have switched to it. The thing I didn't switch, well, because I was getting all this good loads, and I was like, well, as you saw in the video, I think before this one, switching trucks is a whole thing. Then you gotta get used to the truck again and everything like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm on a roll. Let me keep this money coming in. So I didn't switch them. And that's still why I'm in it now. And that's probably why I'm going to just stay in it now. Because, what is today? The 24th, I want to say. No, that's tomorrow. Let me see. This shows you I'm off. Let me think. No, 24th. I was right. I was right. So it's when you work too much. But come, I think it's the 15th of October. I think that's when I'm trying to do it. Come on, car. I didn't have to push in the clutch if you kept going. But anyway, by the 15th of October, I'm trying to switch over to Bellflower Elite. Well, ain't no trying. I mean, they already got me set up, ready to go with them. Hell, they wanted me now, but I was like, nah, I'm trying to make that more the end of the year thing. Let's see. Oh, really? Okay. Hold on, bus. Thank you, car. At least that car was smart and knew where to stop at. But I'm trying by October to switch over to Bellflower Lease. That's the plan. And that should be different for this year because usually towards the end of the year, I'm with Pete Flipson, just trying to stay local. But after, I think it was earlier this year, or maybe it was earlier last year, I learned how well Bellflower Lease can be if you get the right division. Now, granted, we'll see how that goes. And that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. But usually the food tank division and all that, it keeps me pretty local. So that's my plan, and they pay a little bit more than Pete Flipson did, because I've done Pete Flipson the last few years. They paid well, they got my minimum, but I think with Bellflower I'll be able to get above minimum, and be able to do a little bit like this, where I don't have to be working all week long to meet my minimum. So, with that all in mind, that is a good reason why I'm not switching over until I go to Bellflower. I'm going to just stay with this, because it's only like another, I think, week after this. And that's, heck, depending. I might run all this week hard. That way I can take off next week. And go ahead and switch to Copper Beast then and just switch to Bellflower, you know. So, let's see. Good on that front. Oh, dump truck. There we go. Yeah, that is the plan, though. Switch over to Bellflower, then switch over to Copper Beast at the same time. It just, to me, it just makes it feel more deserving when you switch a truck, you know. Shoot, the only reason I'm in this is because if you watch, not the last video, but the video before that, I thought the Copper Beast had issues with the DEF, which it didn't. That's my fault. I didn't know, didn't pay enough attention. But while I was in the shop already, I was like, you know what, just go ahead, do a little bit of service here and there, get it back nice, fresh and pretty, you know. Swing this way. Yeah. Now, I will say, though, between the two, I mean, obviously the Copper Beast I love because it's nice, wide, and stuff like that. I would show you the back, but I'm not trying to do that now while driving in this track and everything. But between the two, biggest difference between the two, which I didn't plan when I got the Copper Beast. I said this one time before, I think, in another video with it. Somehow it got made into like a more of a heavy haul type truck. And I think that's just because I just like the option for the Caterpillar engine I saw. So that plus the 18 speed, and a few other little tweaks around and there. It was made like a heavy haul truck, so stuff like this little not even 40,000 pound load, it pulls like a freaking go-kart. Whereas this truck is more of a torque truck, which means she goes quickly when she's in lower gears and everything, as you probably saw. So yeah, that works for that. But she ain't no copper beast who just pulling like it ain't nothing, as you see how I'm having to switch the gears around once we get in the 7th. Ooh, thank you, car. Thank you, I was hoping it was clear. Oh, there we go. So now once you get going, she's not bad. She picks it up, but you see you gotta run, at least in this truck, with the transmission I have in the engine, you gotta run through these higher gears to keep it going, keep it moving, keep the RPMs high, and not have it struggling like it can be once it gets around 7th and 8th gear with 35 or more. Like I said, and as far as the lease itself, and trust me, I learned that real quick when I was hauling diesel. As you saw in the, when we left in the financial statement and everything, diesel is heavy, so this truck was definitely having a little bit of a issue. Well, not an issue, but it was definitely straining. I'll put it like that. It was definitely, you ain't gonna just get here and fly like you would in the Copper Beast. Yeah, see, now we're saying 8:30. And that's because of all the traffic. I knew that. But once you get on 10 here, it opens up a little bit. You can fly a little bit harder, and you be good from there. And like I said, I'm showing you all the way because somebody asked me, and in my mind, I mean, I always think if one person asks, there's a few other people out there who will probably think the same thing. Okay, this is a great video to show you. It really does not take that long. It really does not take that long, and it's especially for a lot of drivers I know out there who literally just get in and jump, don't do the paperwork, pre-trips, all that stuff like I do on here. So even for those type of drivers, it'll take even less. And especially for, now here's the thing I will say, will slow you down a little bit for you automatic drivers. Because though, yes, you don't have to worry about the shifting and stuff like I'm doing now, automatics don't have these same catch points like I hit it sometimes, so it'll switch once it feels that it needs a shift, which will make your RPMs a little bit lower and will slow you down a little bit. Just keep that in mind. That's why I love all manuals. High control when it shifts, keeps my speeds up, keeps my RPMs high, all that stuff. Good. So I want to talk about something else too that I've seen all over my Facebook, my TikToks. I don't go on Twitter. It's probably on my Instagram. I don't go on Instagram either. But anyway, why do we have to focus on what Taylor Swift is doing all the time? It just cracks me out. Okay, if you don't know, you didn't watch the football game on I think it was Sunday. Yeah, and I think it was the Chiefs and someone else playing. I don't even remember who it was. Point is, I'd have to look it up. Now I gotta look at it. It's sad because I've seen it so much. I don't think too much about it, but I'm sure I have something on here. So hang on one second. I don't like to be on my phone talking through all that. Okay, I had to make sure I get his name right. So Sunday when the Chiefs were playing, Taylor Swift was spotted in the audience there to see it's hard to drive and be Travis Kelce. Okay, so she was there with his mother actually, watching him play the game and everything. Then all these rumors spread, dating and everything. I think the biggest reason is because she was with his mother. I mean, come on now, you don't just do that per se, but it's Hollywood. People do stuff different in Hollywood. But anyway, long story short, why is that a thing that's just become so big? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, yes, it's Taylor Swift. She's a lovely lady. I mean, we all know she's good looking and everything. But there are a lot of people out there doing a lot of things. But the internet blew up over her and this guy from Kansas City Chief. I can't even think of his name right now. You know, Kelce, I think is his name. But anyway, why? I don't get that. I mean, I guess because it's just Taylor Swift is kind of like, you know, how football fans are very loyal to their team and they watch everything they do and will stick with them even when they're losing. Nudge, nudge. Redskins. But why are we so focused on her? Man, I don't get that. They blew up all these dating rumors, stuff like that. I mean, you do what you want. I know Taylor Swift fans are very loyal, diehard fans. They love everything she does. And I can't even front. I got like 6 songs I like by her. So, I mean, in my mind, at least this is me personally, I'm like, okay, she could be, she could not be. I don't care. But the internet blew up. Like rumors left and right, memes, everything else. Shoot, I read Kelsey's Instagram just because she was at his game. I think his Instagram followers, like all his social medias, I'm not even going to just say Instagram, social media just went up like 300%, stuff like that. I'm like, why? Now, I know they said it's like a Swiftie effect, but I'm like, why? I just don't get it. Maybe that's because I'm old. Maybe that's because I'm not into social media and people's lives like that. I don't know. I don't get it. But it really, what's the word I'm looking for? Shocked me how much her just being at a game. They weren't kissing. They weren't. And there was rumors after that they might have went out to like a little private spots or something like that afterwards. You don't see pictures of that floating all over and everything like that. I'm just like, why? I don't get it. But that's me. That's my personal thing. You do you. But it just baffles my mind that everything else going in the world, those crazy highs, stuff like that, everything else going on in the world, this is what the media blows up about on the internet and stuff like that. So, but hey, I'm not knocking it to a certain extent because, like I said, it helped his followers apparently a lot on social media, which you know in the industry, that's a good thing. And good for Taylor Swift, that just means her name, which we all know is a very powerful name, but just helps her even more. Like, all she doing is sitting with his mama, like, hey, that's a good game. And everybody's losing their mind. So, I don't get it. You do you if you were one of the people who were freaking out about it. I mean, I'm just talking from my point of view. I don't get it. It doesn't do nothing for me. I did not use no sleep. I did not think much about it. The only reason I even noticed it blowing up so much because I use my phone and my computers and tablets and stuff like that to be doing all this stuff for trucking and everything. So in the process, while I'm waiting for stuff to load and stuff like that, I'll jump on Facebook and every now and then just be like, hey, what's happening? And that is all I saw. I bet you if I went on today, there's something else about it going on. And that game was freaking Sunday. Now, yes, I give it like a week and then it'll die out like everything else. But it's just interesting how that happened, you know. And like I said, I give major props to Taylor Swift because anything I remember for a while, there was all about her tour. Now she's seen with Kelly, well, not with him, because I don't even know there's a picture of them two together. But she's at his game watching them. Then he came out with reports. His brother said some reports. I'm just like, all because she went to the game. There were a lot of celebrities at that game, I'm sure. I think, heck, there was another game. But either way, there were a lot of celebrities at that game. But you don't hear him talking about that. Ain't nothing special about that going on over the medias. But I'm not get on that rant anymore. I'm just saying it just baffles my mind how that is what's been blowing up my social medias the last few days. It's just interesting. And we're gonna get going. I was gonna turn the CB on for y'all. Like I have it set up and everything, but I was like, I think we only got like 5 hours left. Oh, but even less. See, told you, even less. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna set that up for y'all now. That's why I said it does not take that long. I mean, again, like I said, when we left, traffic and everything can play a part in that too, and how heavy you are, how your truck is set up. So there are a lot of variables that can make it seem a lot longer, but most of the times, depending on what it is, usually if you're doing like the normal loads and everything like that, under like 45,000, It does not take that long. It is a quick thing to get over, to me anyway. And a couple other drivers I know said, yep, you're right. It is a quick thing to get over to Phoenix. Now, it's not quick like if you're coming from where I live, LA, up to Bakersfield or Carlsbad. Not that quick. We ain't talking like you blinking, you're there. But it gives you a good little ride. It gives the truck a little, I don't want to say workout, but it gives it a good little run, stuff like that. It's a good, decent load. I love when I get to get over here to Phoenix. I love when I get to over to the Phoenix because depending on the company, obviously, money-wise, change it. But it's just a nice ride. You see, it's very easy right down 10. And it's just when I get over, and I love Phoenix Freight. That is like one of my favorite companies to load out of. If I'm with a lease that does load out of there, because it's so unique. There's only one. I mean, I know there's a lot of unique shippers and customers on here. But I don't know, it's just something about Phoenix Freight I just love. If you've ever done this game with me on multiplayer, you know 9 out of 10, I'm starting in Phoenix, loading out of Phoenix Freight. They're just a nice hub. I just love loading out of them. So, speaking of which, I should call up a friend of mine. She works over at Phoenix Freight. Should call her up and mess with her. But it's like 4 o'clock, so if she's there, she's probably off by now, so I ain't gonna bother her. You see, like I said, it doesn't take long. 3 hours left. I'm not sure how long the video will be. I talked a lot. I talked a lot in the beginning, so don't count that towards the actual drive. No, I am good. I think I just got some before I went home on Monday to get some more probably with me down here. That was about half a tank. I will say that though, if you go back and look in the beginning where it says fuel, because of this truck and everything, don't get me wrong, the copper beast will probably do worse because it's just the lease itself. Diesel is very heavy, depending on what kind of truck you got. It'll burn a lot to get there. And another thing with it, I think, yeah, that was it. A good little while I was over by Idaho and Oregon and all that. Say no hills. Yeah. So you know that'll definitely burn up some fuel too. And what are we doing, people? What are we doing? I think the merging. That is one thing, I don't care what you say. I mean, it's very realistic. But people on here do not know how to merge at all. I can't tell you how many times, not last week because I was off all last week, but the week before, merging from lanes and everything like that, I had to get over so much because people just keep on going. They don't slow down. They don't. But like I said, it's realistic because people in reality do that too. So. I think I talked about this a little bit in this episode. Oh, I know I did. I will say one thing. Well, it is, I mean, obviously every truck I have, I've said before, there are perks and cons to them all. Just like Copper Beast has some cons with it. I'm not going to go into what they are right now. I'm just talking about this truck. I'm not a fan of the dual gauges in the fuel gauge. I'll show you more when we get up here. But like if you look down, you get your fuel and you get your DEF. Now, granted, yeah, I'm used to it. I know what to look for. I know what to see. Like, prime example, say you're looking now, you look down real quick, a glance and glare. Because the blue for the DEF is more prominent than the red, at least to me, it can be confusing where your fuel is at. And it doesn't have how much fuel is it really? Oh, California. Yeah, I don't think this truck has a remaining fuel. Yeah, no, it doesn't have. It has trip mileage, but no remaining fuel, so that doesn't help either. So, like I said, each one has its pros and cons, and that's one thing about the Western Star, this model anyway. I'm not a fan of. Now the I want to say it's the 5700XE. I'd have to double check. I'm not entirely sure. But the newest one, the one, if you go back and look at my videos, when I did a truck tour on it, when it came out, I was in it. I got it that day. I was in it for a while. I love that. That's one of my top 5 favorite trucks. I love when I get to get in it. I like that truck because now its gauge setup and everything is a little bit better than this one. So, get the bypass, which I'm glad of, which I figured we would because we're not even 40,000. So, load anyway. I'm sure if we were to weigh it, we'd be about 72,000 altogether. Because what is it, 37 on here? Yep. So, I'm gonna say if we were to weigh it, it'd be about 70,000 in that range. Let me turn these lights on before they blow me up. Have my freaking pay loss and freaking tickets because I'm not having the lights on because it's 6 o'clock and you gotta have your lights on. I wanted to say we're going to Rail Export or Kimzo. Oh, okay, that's one or two. So Rail Export or Kimzo. I know it was one of them two because they're big. Customers of Gallon. Big customers of Gallon. Which is something I am looking forward to once I get over to Bellflower. With Gallon, it's a lot of, where you look. Heck, in LA, if I'm home, I know I'm loading at a Gallon. That's just a given. But and the shippers, if I was to go back and show you ever since I leased with them, whenever it was, I'm not going to try and tell you when. There's been a lot of either Rail Export, Kimzos. You get like maybe a handful of little different ones here and there, but it's usually the same customers and shippers usually. Whereas when I go to Bellflower, because they're not an in-game lease, they're an outside game lease, one I found along the way. They have a lot of different, I don't know where I'm loading from. I don't know where I'm delivering to in the same extent. So it'll be a little different. Now, granted, once I get over there, it'll get more routine, especially if I'm doing the local. 9 out of 10, it'll be a lot of Bakersfield, Oxnard, and I want to say a lot is Rail Export. They do a lot of Rail Export, a lot of DAU, which is the farming company. I don't know. I think it's Dutch. Something. I just call them DAU because it's easy and simple to remember. So they do a lot of them, a lot of S crops. So they have a lot of similar, but it'd just be nice to get away from, just to have a little different change up, just a little different change up. And I know it sounds sad, but another thing I'm looking forward to when I go to Bellflower, I'll be back in the Copper Beast. I love the Copper Beast. I don't care what you say. Do you? I like the Copper Beast. And I'm sure a lot of people out here like the KW 900, especially with the SES finally bought the 72-inch sleeper, the biggest one you can get. But just in general, I just love the Copper Beast. I guess because it's one of the few XL modified trucks I've done. I think I only have 3. Yeah, 3. Black Beauty, Black and Green, Copper Beast. So it's one of the few I've done, and it's actually the first one where I went hard on it. I wanted every little thing. But Black and Green, I did a little bit with that, but not. I did do some stuff. And Black Beauty, that's just because I made that custom skin for. I don't even know what else I did to it. It's just the skin on that one. It's just so nice. I don't know. Just nice. Just nice. We're almost there. Yep, I see the little rings on the GPS saying you're almost there. Now I want to say Kimzo is a big one, not like a little small one, so it should be easy back. Should be. And remember when I was looking at the map, I love the fact for Kimzo down in Phoenix is literally as soon as you get down and you get into Phoenix, it's the first one, turn down and there it is. It's not like a lot of crazy turns or nothing like that. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you earlier. Talking about crazy turns, I didn't know they had this in the game itself. But it's like when you get off one highway and you have like literally like 4 seconds to get over to get onto another one. Yep, out in Idaho. I couldn't tell you the exact spot, but I know it is in Idaho. I was getting off one highway and I literally had maybe like 3 seconds to get over to get on to another highway. I'm like, that is nice. Not easy. Thankfully the traffic was right at the time, but definitely nice to see that. You know, that's in reality. Let's see, Kimzo. Yep, there it is. Told you. Once you get down, you turn it. And I want to say it's just right down that way. I'll start slowing it down now. It should be nice and slow and easy once we get up here. Right. Oh, even better, light. I like when we get a light. Makes it a little bit easier to get onto the road. And the light's gonna change, of course, but that's fine. Yeah, so as soon as I get an opening, I'll go, but I don't know who's going, so I'm not sure what's happening. And I don't want to go because I don't want to jump out. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's it. Crap! I should have went. Okay, that's fine. Hey, we're here. Like I said, I showed it. Doesn't take long to get to Phoenix. Come on, God. I'm like, the light. Oh, the light just changed, I think. Oh, okay, we got the light. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can come around the corner and it's right there. Like I said, I knew it was simple and easy to get to. Yep, real nice, simple, and easy to get to, like I said. So now anybody out here, like I said, the person who asked me, I hope they watch this. But if they didn't, anybody else, if you're wondering how long it is to get from LA to Phoenix, gives you a good time frame. So when something says 7 hours, it's not that long. Like I said, I was gonna say it's usually easy to get to, but not always. But this is just a good idea from LA to Phoenix. Alright, now I just gotta see how to turn in here. Told you it wasn't no small one. Opening's a little small, but that's okay. There we go. Alright, now what do they want it? Nope, not over there. I'm guessing on the backside like a lot of times. Yep, right there. So, yep, and this will be an easy one. I'm going to swing around though. Well, I hate blindsiding, but I guess I'll blindside it. I don't like blindsiding. I would normally swing it around, but I'm like, just say there's always, usually, a couple of options you can take when you're back. It's about what you feel comfortable with and what works for you to get to the main goal of getting it in there, that is. Like I said, I'm not a fan of blindsiding, but it just looks like I could do this one a little bit easier. Well, not easier, but less swinging around, wear and tear by swinging around, all that. Let's see. Keep on coming with the, yep. Here we go. Now am I going to pull back up? Yep, obviously. Well, I know some people wouldn't, but I am. Alright, cool. Let's get it nice and straight like I like her. There we go. That's how you do that. Alright, got here. And just get out, just show you I'm all in the lines. I'm nice. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, and I'm perfectly in the lines. There you go. I ignore that. So, that was just, I'm not even sure what you want to call this episode. Like I said, I hope they went with my title of Good Weeks, because that's the biggest thing I wanted to point out in this episode, just to show you that rollover and how you run one week can really change what you got to do for the next week if you run like I do, having minimums and all that. If you're just getting out here to run, fine, do you. You can do that too, but like I said, there's a lot that can go into this if you look for it. So, yeah, we are here. I don't think it's needed till Monday. And it's 8 o'clock now, so hopefully they'll have me unloaded by 10, but either way I ain't gonna load up until Monday because my time's done for the day anyway, so it's like a nice little run. That's usually why I like getting over to Phoenix. It usually happens like that most days. Most times, I should say, not most days, but most times headed over from Phoenix to Phoenix from LA. It usually is a very nice setup and benefits and just very smooth. So since I'm here, since I ain't gonna get loaded and unloaded for a minute, just seeing if they have anything now that'll get me back. See, like I said, it works perfectly because I'm already at my minimum. It's not even Monday yet. I get this, then head back to LA, and 9 out of 10, if this is still, well, it should be in the morning. It should be. I might take this. Do that, head back to LA, and I'm done for the week. And still have rollover for next week. That's what I said. I like yelling when it's a power lease like this. When it gets to be a power lease, and I really think that's just because it's getting to be end of the year. Rates are going up a little bit, so if you go back and look when I first went with Gallon, I got a lot of local stuff, but it wasn't no high-paying stuff like this where I could be off the following week, you know. But alrighty then, I feel like I done talked y'all ear off enough. Thanks for watching. Hope you got some ideas from this or just something out of this. And hope my rant about Taylor Swift didn't irritate you, because I know they got a lot of Swiftie fans out there. Like I said, that's just my opinion. But anyway, thanks for riding with me, and I will holler at y'all on the next one. Take it easy. Be safe out here.